Alright guys, so now we're going to go ahead and cover the MFS, okay, the Flight Management System. This is how we're going to handle all of our GPS, figuring out our fuel, setting routes, and all of that goodness. So we're going to cover that. So what we're going to first do is we're going to need to turn on the battery 1 and battery 2, as well as turn on the MFSs. Okay, we have 1 and 2, one for each pilot. And let's go through this. So the first page to come up, that's going to be our initiation page. Okay, it's going to tell you what it is. This is KMA 9000 MFS. Okay, and its expiration date. Expiration date is 12/31/18. Okay, origin, current location basically is SLAA, and these are the grid coordinates for SLAA Airport. We're going to hit menu, and you're going to see all of your menu options here. We have initiation, which we just saw, the route legs, fuel planning, radio, route setup, approaches, and transponder, all built into the computer here. So first thing we'll look at is our route legs. Well, we have no legs set up here because we have no route planned. So we'll come back to this page once we plan our route. Okay. If we go to fuel setup, again, you're going to see most of the page is empty because we don't have a route set. Radio is just a role play page. There are no radio functions in the aircraft. And we're going to go over to route setup. Now we can set up our route. Okay, so route setup. Our location is SLAA. Okay, if we cam up here and look at our GPS, get our GPS screen opened as well, you'll see that we are currently at SLAA. That's our airport that we are at. So we're going to set our destination as also SLAA. So SLAA and execute. Now we have a route from here to here. Okay, same location. Approach. APPR. That stands for approach. If I click this button, it's going to show me all approaches available to this airport. Well, right now we only have one. Runway 9. We go back to our GPS. Oops, not yet, because we haven't confirmed everything. Okay, there it goes. Okay, so from here, we'd take off. We'd go to our initial approach fix, final approach fix, missed approach point, and land. All right, so that would be our route of flight shown on the screen. Okay, let's go back to menu. Okay. Again, approaches, you can just come into a different way. All the approaches available here. Now we have legs. Okay, but that doesn't look like a very nice flight to do. That's a hell of a procedure turn right there. So let's try to shorten that. We have a approach or a waypoint down here. So ITAWA. Let's add that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to select our first waypoint, because we want that waypoint, the ITAWA, before the SLA waypoint. And we're going to hit insert. Okay, now we're going to add it, ITAWA, and hit execute. It's going to recalculate distance, and if we go up to the map, it's going to change our approach from here to the ITAWA, and then the approach itself. Okay, so that's how we can add in a new waypoint to our destination. Now that our route is completely set up, those are the legs that we're going to do. Let's look at fuel. Okay, here on the fuel page, it'll tell us how much fuel we're going to use for this flight, as well as how much fuel we have left. And this is based on the distance to be flown, as well as the speed that we're going to fly at. So right here at the indicated airspeed, you can see we're flying at 120 knots, and it's going to take us 1 minute to fly this leg, or to fly this at 120 knots. Well, we're not going to fly at 120 knots. Let's put this down to maybe 50 knots, because that's more of what we'd actually fly this route, because it's not that big of a route and there are some hairpin turns. Okay, now it's going to take us about 3 minutes to fly it. We're going to use 15 kilos of fuel, which would leave us with 273 fuel left when we got here. Okay, I'm going to just show you another route. So now we're going to use these buttons down here. All these buttons do the exact same thing. Here is our current route. Well, we want a new route. Yes, I would like to delete all waypoints, please. Okay, all waypoints have been deleted. So we're going to go from here. We're going to change our destination, SLHA, and execute. Okay, this is to Hollywood from our current position. Okay, if we zoom out on this, can't zoom out far enough. Okay, it would be to Hollywood. But I already have a route saved to Hollywood for me. So I'm going to hit load, and it's going to look and it's going to say, okay, I have your route from here to Layered to Hollywood via runway 36 left. Okay? So my route's already saved in the computer system. Go over here and look at route. Sorry, legs. Go over here and look at legs. It'll take us to Layered, but I want to add a leg in there. So let's go ahead and add a leg. Okay, if I look back up here, we can see that there is a waypoint right there. So let's pull this open on our actual radar page so we can actually see that. There we go. Here's our actual radar page. Alright. See, we're going to add this route into here. Okay, so PUDYE needs to be added. PUDYE execute. Recalculating distances between legs, and now we have our new legs set here. I can go back to our route page and hit save. Route saved via this. Okay? There we go, our route is saved. Now if we go look at our fuel calculations, it's a little bit different. We have a lot further flying, so yeah, let's push it to 120. Okay, there we go. It's going to still take us 3 minutes, 19 gallons or 19 kilos of fuel, and it's going to take us 3 minutes, sorry, and we're going to burn. We'll have at the arrival airport 269 kilos of fuel left on this approach. Okay, the last page we haven't talked about yet is the transponder page. Okay, you can get to it by going menu transponder or by hitting transponder right here. Okay, this first line is so that we can put in our transponder code. I want clear 1313 execute. And we're going to set this to ALT. Too many clicks. There we go. ALT, which will broadcast our altitude on this chart. So if we go back and we look at our waypoint airport page here, here's my aircraft, the 160JC, squawking 1313, broadcasting my altitude. Now if I go and I change my flight number here, so we go to our flight page here, and we're going to be PAX 13 is our new flight number. And we'll go back to our airport page, and you'll see that my tail number here will disappear and change, there we go, to PAX 13. Okay? Once we have all this set up, we can go ahead and take off. The only other buttons we have here that we haven't talked about is hold. So if I go to our legs, if I were to hit hold right now, it's going to put us into a hold at, what is that, Purdy? So when we get to Purdy, that'd be Pooty, like pudding, Putty. When we get to Putty, it's going to hold at Putty. Okay, that doesn't mean it's just going to come into an out-of-ground effect hover. It's just going to hold at that position, also indicated by the red here. So I want to remove that. But I want to put in a hold. Nope, can't hold at that way. Okay, so we're going to hold. This will hold us at our next waypoint. Now if I want to skip that waypoint, I hit Layered and hit Direct to. Well, we're going directly to Layered now. We are not going to Putty. Okay, that's what the Direct to button does, is we will go directly there. Now we're at Layered. Now if I hit hold, we will hold at Layered. Alright, that's going to cover the basics of using the screen here, the MFS, the Flight Management System screen. Tune in later for a video on the GPS, actual flying and programming in and flight of routes, and we'll cover all of that. We'll actually do a hold at a waypoint, and we'll cancel the hold, and we'll continue in on the flight. If you have any questions, jump in that Shergood group and ask away. We are here to help everybody.